So where we left off, we can put in a donation now, but when we click add to cart, obviously it doesn't do anything because we haven't told it to do anything. And so what are we going to do? Well, again, in terms of pages, we have a new page we want to add. So we're going to add a new file and call this our cart page.tsx. And in there, we'll set up the standard format to create a React component. So we'll call it cart page. Opening, closing parentheses. Down at the end, we'll export defaults cart page, and then we'll put in our return statement. All right, what do we want this to do? Well, let's have it. We'll have a div in here that again we can style later. That we can say, in H2 something like your cart, so they can see what's in there, and then we can put in an H3 that has the total. So total, and then we can have a button that says checkout, and then we can have a way to get back to continue looking for projects to donate to. So we can say button and then continue browsing. So the continue browsing is not too bad. I think we can figure that one out, and then we'll start working on the rest. So in here, to get back to the projects page, to be able to see the projects, how do we do that? Well, hopefully we have an idea from the navigation video just a minute ago. If we add an on-click event, and then in here we can say we want to navigate to the /projects folder. Now it didn't recognize navigate because I haven't set it up. Up here I need to say const navigate use navigate. Open and closing parenthesis, save that. It won't recognize you use navigate at first. I'll import that from the React Router DOM, and then we can change this to be the right navigate. And so this will take us back to the projects page. But if I try to go to the cart page, so if I go in and try to, in the donate page, say when they add to cart, on click, let's navigate to the cart page. Then when I save this, if I try to actually run this, so go to my thing and say add to cart, there's no such thing as a cart page. It's taking me to the cart page, but there's nothing there because why? I want you to start to be able to put all this together in your head. Because on the app TSX, we haven't set up a cart route. And so we need to come in again, set up a route. The path for this one is going to be cart. And the element that we want to go to in that case is what? The cart page. So super simple. It doesn't recognize cart page at first. We bring that in. Super simple to set up navigation. We just create the different routes we want, and we could have a route to donate without a project name. We can have multiple routes. We're building the pattern for when we go to this thing, what it's supposed to look like, and then it will try and find a match. So as soon as we've done this, then we go back in and we say donate, add to cart. It takes us to our cart page that says your cart, total, and then the checkout and continue browsing. All right, so navigation, not too bad, hopefully. Well, now we have a totally different dilemma, which is we have nothing here for our total. And as we add to the cart, I have to have a way to get that donation amount to the next page, but I also need to know which project is it that I'm donating to. And so again, we can use the route, we can pass information up in the route, but it could be that a couple of things. Number one is there's many pieces of information that we're trying to pass, and maybe the route's the best way to go. Maybe a state variable is the best way to go that has a type that you're passing around. We could do it that way. But as we navigate around this site, we may go from place to place to place to place on the site. And every time to retain that information, we're needing to hand that shopping cart around to the next place, to the next place, to the next place. And so if there is something we want to retain just in its own component as we navigate around, React has a solution for us. And it's something called context. Now this is different than the context file we've been using in .NET, but there's a context solution that we can add, and create something like a cart context file that will retain that information as we navigate from place to place. So I think I'll start talking about that in the next video. Spencer out.